Summer is in full swing, and for many of us, that means more time outdoors and in the sun. But how much do you really know about protecting your health this season? Bradenton Cardiology Center cardiologist and daytime resident Dr. Srini Iyengar headed to Clearwater Beach to put beachgoers' summer smarts to the test.
Today we're here on beautiful Clearwater Beach to quiz beachgoers about summer health safety and to find out how much they really know about staying safe in the sun. How many people in the U.S. are diagnosed with skin cancer every year? Is it 500,000, a million, or over 2 million?
I would guess over 2 million.
I'm going to say 500,000.
And you say?
500,000.
My guess is over 2 million.
I want to say 1 million.
But I'll say about 1 million.
It's about 2 million, actually.
2 million?
2 million, buddy.
Wow.
So ladies, on an average given day, how much sunscreen do you think you need to apply to yourself? Is it 1 tablespoon, 1 shot glass, or is it 1 cupful?
Cupful. Yeah, I'm going to go with cupful.
I'll usually go with a shot glass, try to even out during the day.
A cupful.
Cupful.
I'm going to have to go with a shot glass.
I'm going to say cup.
Probably a cupful.
Cupful.
It's actually a shot glass.
Oh.
But there's really no downside in applying more, obviously, because you're preventing the sun's rays from causing the damage. Today, on a sunny day like this, how often should you be reapplying your sunscreen? Every hour? Every 2 hours? Or you don't need to reapply. Once you put it on once, you should be good.
I think 2 hours. I'm going to say 1 hour.
I would say every hour.
Our bottle says every 2 hours.
I'm going to go with my gut and say every hour.
I say every hour.
Yeah, I want to say every hour, depending on what you're doing.
That's an excellent answer. The answer is actually 80 minutes, so either 1 or 2, but obviously the more the better. Just do it again if you've been in the sun. So today, ladies, you're out in the beautiful sun. You find that your bottle is a few months expired. Is it still going to protect you?
I wouldn't think so. It's the reason it's expired. Right?
I would probably say no.
I have no idea.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Never go with anything expired. Always get new and current sunscreen because it's essential to dealing with the sun.
Absolutely agree, man. That's absolutely right. There's 8 ounces of soda with caffeine in it, 8 ounces of beer, we'll assume you're both 21, and 8 ounces of water. Are the caffeine drink or the beer, is that just as hydrating as 8 ounces of water, more or less?
No, I'm not dumb. I know. No, beer's no good in the sun.
No, but the beer tastes better.
What do you think?
No.
No, it actually dehydrates you.
Less hydrated. Yeah, less hydrated.
And why do you think that?
Because like beer, it dehydrates you.
Yes.
No.
Why is it no? Why do you think so?
Well, because alcohol is dehydrating, caffeine is as well.
That's very good. You're absolutely right. Caffeine is a diuretic, which makes you pee more, and basically alcohol does the same thing and dehydrates you, so it's not equal to water. Okay, you're in the water. You get bit by a jellyfish. What's the best therapy for it?
Urine. I'm not so sure about the whole urinating part on it, but it's supposed to sanitize it.
I heard you have to pee over it.
I know.
Pee on it, right?
I've heard pee on it, and like sometimes sand, scratch.
Call 911.
Vinegar?
Yeah, I'll get vinegar.
Pee on, yeah, pee. Have a friend pee on it.
Pee on
Not
it,
you.
yeah.
It's kind of awkward.
Let me tell you something, guys. That's an urban legend. You can pee on it, but it ain't the first line therapy. The best therapy for a jellyfish is vinegar.
Yes.
Exactly.
I learned that in marine science.
It is. Vinegar's the first line therapy.
And then pee.
Well, no. That's if you want to torture someone for no reason.
Okay.
But vinegar's the first line. The second would be isopropyl alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. The third, interestingly enough, it's seawater. It's to put seawater on it. The fourth therapy, though, is urine. But the problem with urine is you got to make sure it's concentrated because it's diluted, does nothing other than really, really embarrassing someone. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate your time today, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. All right, guys, appreciate it. Oh, good, man. Thanks.
Dr. Iyengar joins us now in the studio. You did a great job out on the beach.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Why
concentrated urine, though? If that is the only thing that you've got to help you with that jellyfish sting, plus, how do you get concentrated urine?
Well, that's the thing. We know the funny thing is it is a treatment. Urine utilization or using urine for jellyfish stings is something historically people have said you can do. But the concentration is because of the concentration of ammonia and other additives in the urine, which would make it obviously therapeutic for the jellyfish sting. A dilute urine is almost like water,
right,
and it will have no effect.
And if you're healthy, your urine should be diluted, because that means you're not dehydrated.
Exactly. If you're on the beach and drinking appropriate amount of fluids, it will be dilute.
You mentioned at the top of that whole story there that there are 2 million cases of cancer diagnosed each year.
Yeah, basal cell carcinoma or skin cell or any type of skin carcinoma or skin cancer. I think people don't realize, especially the U.S. population, that we go out in the sun so much that skin cancer comes in numerous forms, not just melanoma. So it's important, if you're out there and you're not using sunscreen, well then see your either dermatologist or primary care physician to have a good evaluation of your skin.
And we often, when we're taking a look at ourselves, look at ourselves like this and say, okay, all right, I don't see any abnormal moles, but it's the places that you don't see, where you see people coming in and the cancer has spread.
Exactly. It's like looking at your back. I mean, how often do people really know the lower of the back side itself, or even the back of the thighs, things that you don't really examine as much. We always look at the top of the hands or the back of the hands and maybe your face in the mirror, but nothing more than that usually.
What do you ever see cases where it's on the top of the head? Because a lot of people have, I mean, if you've got hair,
definitely, and that's something the lighter skinned individuals especially. You know, if they're not wearing hats, and that's one thing we tell everyone: if you're losing your hair or lighter skinned, wear a hat when you're out in the sun, because obviously the top of your head is just as exposed, if not more so, than everywhere else.
What do you think of those who go to the tanning salon to get the base tan? Because you still hear people doing that. I'm going to get a base tan so that when I go to the beach, I'll be ready to tan some more.
You know, it's kind of counterintuitive, because I'm not sure why someone would want to have a base before they go to the beach, in the sense that, you know, the sun is your natural exposure. And if you're going to go out in the sun, yes, you need to have some mild sun exposure, but giving the, shall we say, the sunscreens a chance to work when you're out there is very, very important. Whereas sun tanning, or shall we say tanning salons, doesn't really give you any of those positive attributes. If anything, there might be some side effects that we talked about previously, that tanning salons are pretty controversial in some ways right now.
How many people did you see when you were out at that beach that were just laying out with baby oil?
Oh, I would say at least, you know, 50, 60 people easily, just by walking up and down the beach, seeing what people had in their purses or right by them.
Right.
So it's unfortunate, because I think some people want the big tan more than they care about the risk of, shall we say, skin cancer.
And the aging factor too. I mean, not just the skin cancer, but everything else that the sun can do to us.
Well, that's funny, because one of the questions we didn't show was what type of UV ray causes burning and what causes aging. And it's UVB for burning and A for aging. But people were like, well, they're both bad, I guess. But they were more concerned about the burning than the aging. Sun will age you too much as well. So we know people who are out there who have leathery looking skin from way too much sun exposure.
And again, we talked about 2 million people were diagnosed each year, but how many millions do you think are walking around and have no idea that they've got skin cancer?
A significant amount.
Gosh, that's just awful. Okay, and 80 minutes to reapply the sunscreen.
And I think that when you reapply sunscreen, a lot of people are answering that, you know, 80 minutes or an hour, hour and a half. I think the earlier you reapply, the better, if you're out in the sun for a long period of time. Sunscreens are not always benign either. There's obviously going to be some toxic elements of anything synthetic that you put on your body.
Right.
But if you're in the sun for a prolonged period of time, I think reapplying it quicker than later is better for you.
And I understand there's new labeling coming out that will make sunscreens more easier to understand what you're getting.
Especially for children, especially for anybody that under age of 2 years old, you don't want to be applying anything that could potentially be toxic, that could be absorbed into the bloodstream.
Right. Okay, Dr. Iyengar, thank you very much, and again, good job on the beach. You can find him on our website, which is daytimeonline.tv. Still to come, we are talking to the author of the book Work Happy: What Great Bosses Know. And right after the break, we're taking a look at the movie Lola Versus. We'll be right back.